From her unique sense of style to her genuine, loving, and eccentric personality, Luna is one of the most beloved characters in the Harry Potter franchise. Although she was sorted into Ravenclaw, Luna found her true place amongst her friends in Gryffindor. At first, not everyone was quick to understand her quirkiness and over-the-top imagination, but it was inevitable for people not to warm up to her as they discovered the truly amazing person she was. Luna stood out not only for her uniqueness, but for her genuine loyalty to the people she loved. Time and time again, Luna proved to be as wise as a Ravenclaw, as brave as a Gryffindor, and as loyal as a Hufflepuff. Luna was born on February 13, 1981, to parents Pandora and Xenophilius Lovegood. According to Luna, her mother was an extraordinary witch who passed away due to a spell gone wrong when Luna was 9. Her father, Xenophilius Lovegood, was described as the most eccentric-looking wizard, slightly cross-eyed, with shoulder-length white hair the texture of candy floss. He wore a white cap whose tassel dangled in front of his nose and robes of an eye-watering shade of egg yolk yellow. An odd symbol, rather like a triangle eye, glistened from a golden chain around his neck. Xenophilius was also the publisher and editor of The Quibbler. The Quibbler published odd articles including conspiracy theories and discussions of imaginary creatures, such as the crumple-horn snorkack. Every summer, Luna and her father would set off on a journey looking to find the crumple-horn snorkack with no luck. After her mother's tragic death, she was raised exclusively by her father. From Luna's calm and tender demeanor, we can assume she had a loving family life and childhood. Luna attended Hogwarts from 1992 to 1998 and was 1 year behind Harry Potter's class. During her first year, she traveled to the castle by boat alongside Ginny, who was also in the same year. Throughout her time at Hogwarts, she was often referred to as Luna Lovegood. It wasn't uncommon for her to be teased by other students for her strange behavior and odd beliefs. Not a lot is said about Luna's first 3 years at Hogwarts, but at the beginning of her 4th year, Luna is introduced by Ginny to Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Neville while on the Hogwarts Express. Luna was one of the few people who believed Harry when he said that Lord Voldemort had returned. Because Luna witnessed the death of her mother, she was able to see the Thestrals, the magical skeletal horses that led the Hogwarts carriages for students 2nd year and up, and who, after witnessing Cedric Diggory's tragic death, Harry was also able to see. Knowing that someone else could see them made Harry feel much better. During this year, the subject of defense against the dark arts was being led by Dolores Umbridge, who banned students from learning and practicing any defensive spells. Umbridge refused to believe that Voldemort had returned and was convinced that the students were in no real danger. Because of the friendships Luna had formed within the group, she was invited to join Dumbledore's army, an underground defense against the dark arts group led by Harry Potter, meant to teach advanced defense spells against Death Eaters and any other possible attack. Luna proved to be a very powerful witch. She was able to conjure the Patronus charm, a very advanced piece of magic. This proved she possessed superior magical ability. Near the end of the year, Harry had a vision that his godfather, Sirius Black, was being tortured by Lord Voldemort in the Department of Mysteries. Harry planned to go to the Ministry of Magic but was unsure how to get there. Luna reminded Harry about the Thestrals and suggested using them to get to the Ministry. She then mounted her Thestral as though she had done this many times before. She also helped Ron, Hermione, Ginny, and Neville mount their Thestrals as the animals were invisible to them. The 6 DA members flew to the Ministry and entered the Department of Mysteries, where Luna, similar to Harry, heard voices coming from behind the veil. The group soon realized Sirius Black was not at the Ministry, and this had all been part of Voldemort's plan to lure Harry Potter to him. They were ambushed by 12 Death Eaters. Luna participated in the Battle of the Ministry. She mainly protected Ron, who had been hit with a spell that made him highly confused. Luna also attacked a Death Eater who had seized Ginny's ankle with the Reductor Curse, which destroyed a model of the planet Pluto. The model blew up in the Death Eater's face, however the impact broke Ginny's ankle. Luna then guided both injured Ginny and confronted Ron until they met up with Harry and Neville. Luna was one of the last DA members to fall, eventually being stunned by a Death Eater and thrown across the room. She regained focus just before the end of the battle and survived relatively unscathed. At the end of the school year, Luna spoke to Harry, who was mourning the death of his godfather. Luna told him about her mother's death and her belief that she would see her again someday, and how Harry might be able to see his godfather again, which was a comforting thought to Harry. During the school break, Luna and her father attended the wedding of Bill Weasley and Fleur Delacour at the Burrow. She wore yellow robes at her father's insistence and had a sunflower in her hair. Her father believed that wearing sun colors to weddings brought good luck. Luna sat at the same table as Harry, Hermione, and Ron. At one point, while under the influence of gnome saliva, Luna started dancing by herself, twirling on the dance floor with her arms raised. This drew attention from a few onlookers, as it was a very bizarre sight. That night, the Ministry of Magic was overtaken by Voldemort. When Luna returned for her 6th year at Hogwarts, Severus Snape had been appointed the new Hogwarts headmaster, and Death Eaters had taken over the school. Early in the year, Luna, Ginny, and Neville attempted to steal the Sword of Gryffindor from the headmaster's office. In an effort to help Harry, Hermione, and Ron, who did not return that year, and instead were off hunting down Voldemort's Horcruxes. Snape caught them and sent them into the Forbidden Forest with Hagrid as punishment. The three of them revived and led Dumbledore's army, which tried to sabotage the Death Eaters' control over the school and to help Harry, Ron, and Hermione in any way they could. On her way home over the Christmas holidays, Death Eaters captured Luna because her father had been printing stories in support of Harry Potter. Luna was imprisoned in the basement of Malfoy Manor along with the famed wand maker Garrick Ollivander, to whom she served as great comfort. Her father was so desperate to get her back that he tried to turn Harry, Hermione, and Ron over to the Ministry in exchange for her freedom. The trio escaped, but Hermione ensured that the Death Eaters Xenophilius called saw Harry as they left, so that neither he nor Luna would be punished. The prisoners in Malfoy Manor were soon joined by Harry, Ron, and Griphook, while Hermione was tortured for information upstairs by Bellatrix Lestrange. After Luna helped cut their ropes, Dobby, the house elf, came to free them. He took Luna and Ollivander to Shell Cottage, the home of Bill and Fleur Weasley, and then returned to assist Harry, Hermione, and Griphook in escaping the manor. He died in rescuing them. Up until the Battle of Hogwarts, Luna stayed at the cottage for the remainder of the war, and when Dobby was buried, she closed his eyes and provided the eulogy, thanking him for rescuing her. During her stay, she practiced using a new wand that Ollivander had made for her. It's unknown what Luna did after Harry, Ron, and Hermione left Shell Cottage in order to break into Gringotts, but she returned to Hogwarts in May, when Neville signaled her as to the trio's return. All of Dumbledore's army was reassembled and prepared to fight. When the trio asked the Ravenclaw DA members if they were familiar with an item that had once belonged to their house founder, Luna mentioned the lost diadem. She took Harry to the Ravenclaw common room, answering the riddle, what came first, the phoenix or the flame, with "A circle has no beginning," in order to gain entrance to show him a replica of the diadem. There, she stunned Alecto Carrow, who was waiting for them per Lord Voldemort's orders. When given the choice, she joined the battle rather than evacuating with the other younger students. She stood side by side with fellow DA members, students, as well as her professors, and helped hold back Voldemort's army of Death Eaters and dark creatures. Near the end of the battle, she fought against Bellatrix Lestrange alongside Hermione and Ginny. When Bellatrix cast a killing curse at Ginny that missed by mere millimeters, Molly Weasley stepped in and killed her. Luna witnessed Harry Potter's final defeat of Lord Voldemort and was amongst the first to congratulate him. Luna returned the following year to complete her final year at Hogwarts. After leaving school, Luna became a famous wizarding naturalist, traveling the world in search of strange creatures. She discovered and classified many species that had never been encountered before, but was never able to find the crumpled horned snorkack. She had to come to terms with the fact that there are some things that simply do not exist. Luna married fellow naturalist Rolf Scamander, grandson of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them author Newt Scamander. According to Rita Skeeter, Luna wore a wedding dress decorated with rainbows and a tiara of silver unicorn horns, which her husband supposedly looked at with a shocked expression. The couple also had twin sons named Lorcan and Lysander. In the 2010 and 2011 school year, Luna returned to Hogwarts to assist Hagrid in investigating the mysterious infestation of baby manticores within the school grounds. She brought a suitcase that contained magical creatures, including a hippogriff and several thunderbirds. When Luna was preparing to leave Hogwarts, she left the suitcase in Hagrid's hands and asked the students to help him with it. She recalled that her husband's grandfather, Newt Scamander, had a suitcase just like this one, which was filled with dozens of different environments designed for different creatures. This excited the students, and Luna encouraged them to be kind and respectful to the beasts within the suitcase so that they could offer much in return. So there's no doubt in my mind why so many people love Luna's character. From showing us that it's okay to be different and unique, to showing us the true value of friendship and bravery. Luna holds a special place not only in the Harry Potter universe, but also in our hearts. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.